Hand clap to the massive brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to another reaction on this year. Mystelics Reacts channel. Big up on yourself for definitely being a part of these vibrations. All the Mystelics family, big up one time. You didn't have to, but you chose to, brothers and sisters. And I do appreciate you guys for definitely tuning yet again to another vibes. And of course, the no comments are there. Big up on yourself as well for tuning into this year vibes as well. Of course, if you want to become a part of the Mystelics family, what do? You subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can also get the latest vibrations as well. Click subscribe, click the bell, and then click all, and you'll be notified in that regard when I upload and publish my videos right there. Of course, brothers and sisters, don't forget to click. Oh yes, click, brothers and sisters, click the thumbs up button, click the like button. I would appreciate it already helping to push these videos further and further out there, brothers and sisters. And of course, with doing that, of course, you'll show your support in that regard as well. That's one way to show your support, by just clicking the thumbs up button. And of course, I would definitely appreciate that right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations for the day. Of course, we have this sentiment, of which I'm going to start on a very positive note. It's gonna get quite interesting, brothers and sisters. But of course, we have the cruise weekly schedule of Dominica, the Nature Island of the Caribbean, or supposedly Nature Island of the Caribbean. I heard Antigua is the one that took it, but hey, we are the Nature Island of the Caribbean on the basis of the nature aspect of it. Right there, we are more than Antigua. But anyways, brothers and sisters, cruise weekly schedule right there, February 24th to, of course, March 2nd. Yes. We have a number of people coming in, and we have 3 boats coming in on the 24th of February. That is today. So we have quite a number of individuals. That is less than 1,000 people. Roughly around 700 people will be coming in. Hopefully, they leave the boat and come into the island right there on the 25th. That is the next day. We have 1 boat, which of course has way more. So it's not just the amount of boats coming in, brothers and sisters, but the amount of people that boat brings, because we have 1 boat on the 25th, we have 3 boats on the 24th, and the 25th is bringing significantly more people than those 3 boats in addition right there. This is not like St. Lucia and St. Kitts and these places where they have massive boats coming in right there. We have to take what we get, brothers and sisters. We take in what we get. All right. Anyways, on the 26th, we have 2 boats coming in, brothers and sisters, bringing in roughly, above that 1 boat on the 25th right there, close to 3,000. Not close to, no, about 3,100, brothers and sisters. So around that, 3,154. If I have my mathematics correct. All right, brothers and sisters, we're moving on to the 27th, right there on the basis of having 3 boats again. Unfortunately, only 1 boat is bringing massive. What is this? A fishing boat that coming on the 27th. Hey, we taking what we get. We taking it. We taking it, brothers and sisters. 1 boat is bringing 2,500, and the others are bringing less than 160. Right there, brothers and sisters. If my math is correct, that is 158. So that is very interesting right there. Less than 160. So 3 boats on the 27th. On the 28th, we have 1 that is bringing about 2,124. And then on the 1st of March, February is over. Guys, you realize January finished very fast. January does, where January go? That's like that January going, guys. January was like you guys constantly saying I'm moving too slow. Well, January is moving like a turtle. No, it's moving like a cheetah, or a falcon. Because a falcon, I believe, is faster. A falcon or eagle, whichever bird is faster than a cheetah, brothers and sisters. That is the bird I'm talking about right there. Anyways, on the 1st of March, we have about 3,000 individuals coming in. Hopefully, all of them come on down to Dominica and purchase stuff from the ghetto tents. Hopefully, that will work, because this is the ROSEAU Crucible booth. Cabrid's bringing 64 miles, but that's crazy. Anyways, don't we have Marigot? Doesn't Marigot have a place where people can actually come now? The thought just came to mind right there. It is, brothers and sisters. On the 2nd of March, we have another 2,000 plus individuals coming in on one of the boats right there. So we have a number of persons coming in. What is the total in this regard right there? Let me see if I can do quick maths. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and about 18,000 people are coming in. Not in comparison to the rest, but 18,000 in a few days, brothers and sisters. 24, 27, 28. Okay, 6, 8. 18,000 people in 8 days. All right. Not too bad. For Dominica. Anyways, brothers and sisters, we move along right there. Anyways, there was something kind of interesting when they talk about the tourists coming into Dominica and stuff, and then they get to see stuff like this. I had to blur it up, brothers and sisters, for the sake of YouTube, because YouTube not going to thing me. What you're seeing right there, brothers and sisters, is actually a naked lady bathing in the middle of ROSEAU. She wants to bathe, you know. She needs to bathe. She's not gonna be like them power that don't bathe. I need to bathe, brothers and sisters. And as a result of that, her house probably doesn't have things. She probably couldn't pay the $15 extra, you know, on top of consumption. She couldn't pay the extra $15 extra, brothers and sisters. $15. She couldn't pay the extra $15, and as a result of that, she decided, you know what? That way, what all you think? We are all naked. Yes. So I'm sticking with my Adam and Eve nature, and she's bathing in the place. Anyways, let's listen to what this individual had to say right there.
Y'all need to take mental health serious in Dominica, because that's just crazy to me. It's wild.
No, right. Well, everything. She actually have a thing on her, guys. Yeah, on the year.
And everybody's just nonchalant, like it's a normal
it's
thing.
Another day, yes. Another day in Nature Isle. Yes,
normal thing to see. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. But I do have to say one thing. I believe that the government and what the government is doing is enabling behaviors like this on the basis of mental health. Just like I mentioned, where a number of persons may not want to act in this regard, but they wish they had the guts and the lalin. No, lalin, I say the word. Anyways, they wish they had the guts to do these kind of things there. Because they're staying quiet and they're taking blows. They're taking a set of blows, man. Weeping after weeping without the weep. That's crazy. Right, brothers and sisters. But I think, the government them needs to do something about the economy of Dominica so that people can actually do things and stop putting a set of prices on the people. Stop putting a set of prices. I remember looking at the United States, about $4.7 trillion in corruption under the Democratic Party. Serious corruption, brothers and sisters, that they've been doing. $4.7 trillion. And as you're looking at this, these people are just putting money, sending monies towards themselves. Similar to what Dominica is doing on the basis of hiding monies overseas. And then Scary come and telling people the monies that are overseas apparently not for Dominicans. No more money is due unto Dominica. Even though it is the Dominica selling the Dominica citizenship, the birthright of Dominica, that is rightfully due to Dominica. Scary is telling Dominican people, no, that is not your money. Can you imagine that? But anyways, the corruption that is happening overseas, brothers and sisters, they are putting monies towards themselves. They're giving themselves the money, and as a result of that, they're increasing taxes and all kind of things, trying to put more taxes on the people, saying, hey, look, our national debt and all these things is going up. When they are taking the monies for themselves, you remember Ukraine, brothers and sisters? You don't remember? Where they send over, well, in total, I believe, Ukraine has received about $350 billion. $350 billion. 260 something, I think, is from the United States, and the rest is from the United Kingdom. And you will say, why is this? And then Zelensky himself is saying, but we don't know where half of that money, but he's saying half of the money disappear. How are you losing billions of dollars and you have no clue where it go? How on earth is that? I understand if you lose a $10 or $20, one of them one single paper money. It's not in Venezuela where you say you have $1 million on one paper. No, it's not that. How on earth you losing billions of dollars? The IRS itself. Boy, let me leave that. All right. But I just trying to equate what is happening when it comes down to the situation to Dominica and the relevancy of it, and people are paying attention. You need to organize things and start doing things for people and not people doing things for themselves. And you electing the people to not do things for you. You electing people to do things for themselves. How on earth Skerrit couldn't even buy himself a pair of shoes back in the day? And Skerrit has all his monies. I think Lennox indicated that they're receiving about $120,000 a month. Because Melissa and Skerrit's salary together is about $22,000 on top of the house that they pay. They have to pay $64,000 plus bonus fees, extra fees, and all those kind of things there. About $120,000 a month the household is receiving. What? And the people voted and say, hey, lads, without proper health care, without this, without that, and they put in fees on top of you. Brothers and sisters, all you have to wake up, man, and smell the roses. Now, that with the roses, brothers and sisters, sometimes the roses don't even have a scent. You need to smell the cacao tea, man. How on earth we allowing people to do that to us? And then we complaining that the hospitals do have things, or roads are not being there, they are not put in factories. When the Prime Minister of the country come and tell people, oh, one of the reasons why we don't have factories is because the very high dumb like bills that they themselves in charge of. That is truly something else. That is truly something else right there. So obviously people go crazy. They'll start doing things when they cannot take it anymore. People just wild out. Well, this one definitely wild out, brothers and sisters. And we have tourists coming in, and I guess they'll have to understand and be a partaker of the nature isle, man. The nature isle itself. Unfortunately, that is the circumstance right there, brothers and sisters. Moving along right there, of course, we have this sentiment right there. Talking about the people not having monies because there's no jobs or very little jobs, or they don't pay adequately when you have a job. It's interesting, guys, when you look at this sentiment. One thing is to get a job. It's another thing to try to keep that job or get the job and just accept whatever salary these people give you, because somebody else will gladly take the salary. A job might be worth $2,000, $3,000. They might end up paying you $1,500. You're checking, boy, that don't pay me enough. I'm not getting the right amount of monies that I should be getting, even though I have a job, But somebody will gladly take it for $1,000. That is, boy. So people cannot even pay for their own family's funeral. Apparently, Scared has to come in and be the knight in shiny armor. And when people don't understand something, the man destroy the economy, forcing you to not have the ability for you to even pay for your own family's funeral. They're jumping on board and paying it, and then Scared himself apparently is alleged to be owing funeral homes a set of money. It's not like they cannot pay it, They're making sure they don't take it from the salary. They're taking it from the coffers of the people's treasury to do it. Now, brothers and sisters, I understand sometimes people need help and all those kind of things. Yes. But you have to first look at the root of the problem. A lot of people are looking at the present circumstance. No, you have to look at the root. The root of all what is happening in Dominica is because of the economy. Who's controlling the economy, brothers and sisters? Scared them. This is why I know what is happening in Dominica is intentional. It's intentional. I think even Thompson Fontaine admitted the other day, sometime in 2016, he was doing some agricultural stuff and selling it to markets, and these people went to the people in market to try to stop them from buying his and produce. Can you believe that? You're trying to stop the man's livelihood because you want the man to suffer. And Dominicans watching that happen to them, and they don't say, they staying quiet because Scared pay for your family funeral, or you send your child to school because you cannot do it. The very man that stop you from doing it, you have to stick. Boy, you don't understand how psychology works, sir. It's a good thing I do psychology in school. Anyways, brothers and sisters, I just had to say that right there. We're moving along. Now, there's something that I saw on the basis of an African story. Not African story, what is actually happening. Now, it's interesting when you look at certain places and you can relate it back to Dominica. Take a listen to what is being stated right there.
I have never heard of a country that developed on aid.
I have never heard of a country that has developed on aid, just in case you didn't hear what he's saying right there.
If you know of one, just let me know.
Now, keep in mind, the reason why I'm saying this, we're talking about US aid and those kind of things, they're on that buried. But we're talking about the charity organization of the Dominica government right there. You have never heard anybody elevating on aid. Nobody has ever done that. Zero. Zero, brothers and sisters. Unless you win the lottery or something. Nobody has ever elevated on aid. Because it is not the substance of you elevating. It's on the substance of survival. That is what aid is. If you are able to survive better on your own, no aid for you.
I know about countries that developed on trade and innovation and business. I don't know of any country that got so much aid and they suddenly became a first world country. I've never heard of such a country.
Never.
So the track is wrong. That track ends to nowhere.
Well, you understand that? So even if we're talking about aid coming into Dominica, what about the aid that is happening within Dominica? Where they're giving you houses, the houses you cannot own them. So you cannot take a house, take a loan on you cannot go beyond that. You're just living in a box. That is it. And because you say, oh, the economy is not doing, so I finally get a place to say, so that person helping. But I realize the root It's the economy that they've destroyed. Don't you see that, guys? Don't you see it at all? No. Corruption, brothers and sisters.
There is a school of thought out there that I don't agree with, where indeed people think they owe the poor people to give them money without thinking about how they are going to use this money.
That is the sentiment of people paying taxes in Dominica. You want the poor people to give you monies to do things for the people. You're not doing it. You literally not doing it. Them are enriching themselves. How on earth you have advisors and paying these advisors allegedly $6,500 to just come in your office and just have talks? The people paying for that? Gassa. Bruh.
Aid leads to more aid and more aid and more aid and less independence of the people that are receiving aid.
Facts.
Second, there's a wrong notion for people who have money or who give aid. They feel good that they're helping, but the best way to help is to help people to be able to stand on their own.
Facts. Sometimes when people asking me for monies and this kind of things, and people don't understand. They say, Mystelics, you okay, whatnot, blah, blah. People don't understand. It took me 10 years, boy. It took me 10 years for me to have a level of substance where I was able to surpass. Now, I'm talking about my own personal thing. I used to do music before and this kind of things, and I used to make my stuff in like 3-4 weeks. I used to make my entire salary for the year doing music for 3-4 weeks. But on the basis of me standing on my own, brothers and sisters, it took me 10 years. We did that time to even reach back to getting my normal 9-to-5 salary. 10 years. And then I elevated far beyond that on that merit. People understand the grind that you go through. And when you do this, they always say, oh, Mystelics, give you this, give you that. They don't want to learn a skill. They just want the money. This is what's happening in Dominica, you know. On the merit of getting the bread versus the breadcrumbs. Some people think of wanting to set up a bakery so they can have bread for themselves. Some people think of, oh, let's get the bread for free. We're talking about the ministers. And then they're giving the rest of the people the breadcrumbs. At least they're not dying. They're getting something to nourish their bodies. Even if it's breadcrumbs. They're getting meg, brothers and sisters. The anorexic, they're getting megs or vibes. But because they're getting that breadcrumbs and the breadcrumbs is free, they have settled for the breadcrumbs. That is a heck of a thing when it comes down to the mind. You know, the mind is the most powerful thing on planet Earth. Nothing else is more powerful than the mind. If you are able to trap somebody's mind, if you are able to do that, Gassa, you can rule the person for the rest of your life. And you clearly seen that in Dominica when people crying. I remember particularly the lady was crying and a lady begging for help, crying, come back to the very person that is destroying the economy for her to elevate herself. She's secretly crying, weeping, brothers and sisters. They tell me, you know, the lady from Portsmouth. Let's continue.
Our governments are not encouraged to buy local.
That's everything not having.
When we talk to the international donor community, they say it's not their policy and that we're in cloud cuckoo land. When we talk to the government says, hey, we're not allowed to buy with donor money local products.
Doesn't that tell you something about the Chinese and how the Chinese operates? In places like Grenada, when the Chinese come to do stuff, 70 to 80% or even 90% of the workforce is the local people. Apparently only in Dominica, where they have 70 to 80% of the workforce being the Chinese. Look at the airport, brothers and sisters. Dominicans crying and begging to help build their own airport. That's a message.
That's just the way it is. It's their money, they decide who gets it. For example, 5 companies in Ghana got together to bid for a contract together.
No, before you said something there that struck me.
When we talk to the government says, hey, we're not allowed to buy with donor money local products.
Is their money?
That's just the way it is. It's their money, they decide who gets it.
They decide who get it. Brothers and sisters, who in charge of the CBI program? Isn't it the Dominicans' money? And therefore the Dominicans should decide who gets it? Not so. When your own government official is deciding, let the Chinese get it over the people, and the people have to be blocking road. Nah. Nah. Let's continue.
For example, 5 companies
Oh, did I put it on? Oh, I tell you, boy.
in Ghana got together to bid for a contract together. Now, everything was going very well. We were competent to do the work. Guess what happens? We're bidding against some European companies.
Guys, let me bring that back. I want you guys to listen to that carefully and think of the airport and the truckers. Okay? Think of the airport and the truckers. Listen.
For example, 5 companies in Ghana got together to bid for a contract together. Now, everything was going very well. We were competent to do the work. Guess what happens? We're bidding against some European companies. One of the companies got their government to loan our government money, very soft loan, for the project. Our folks in the government said, hey, you know, we love you very much. Nothing beats free money. We lost our money. You know what we ended up doing? We ended up working as subcontractors to the Europeans. They gave us the worst part of the business. The most difficult and least profitable part, we wound up doing it because we were better at doing the work. So they got the best of both worlds. Their government paid. We ended up doing the work. They took the money. That's not development. That's not assistance. That's thuggery.
All you understand what is being stated right there? All you understand what is being stated right there? And the funny thing, he's talking about the Europeans giving them money and saying, okay, fine. They can say where they ever get the money, and the government officials who supposed to look for the people's benefit first, saying we getting free money. So that way all you. But in Dominica, they taking the people's money and giving it to the foreigners. And the Dominicans have to beg the foreigners for their own to get a piece, a tiny piece. Hélas, to get a tiny piece. Bruh. Let's continue, man. No? That's what the people wanted. That's what the people want. We'll put it on right there, brothers and sisters. When it comes down to the regional leaders, apparently Prime Minister Rowley or Trinidad apparently is stepping down, and regional leaders say goodbye to Prime Minister Rowley. I guess he decides to retire. He probably make enough money for him to roll out. I don't know. But apparently the people of Trinidad don't like him that much. Well, from some of them. Not everybody. Some people might like him. Maybe. I don't know why. Whatever reasons that be. Some people might like him. Some people might not like him. Right there. It seems like I've heard a number of persons who don't like him. Instead of liking him. That doesn't mean everybody doesn't like him. But of course the regional leaders are saying goodbye to the Prime Minister Rowley. I wish we could say that to Dominica's Prime Minister. I wish you could see that. But apparently every time Skerrit say he wants to leave or he's not coming back or those kind of things, he lying and he coming back. He's like, surprise, I fool you. You know, that's how it goes sometimes, brothers and sisters. Anyways, moving along right there. Of course, St. Lucia bike life is happening. Obviously, it has been successful for a good amount of portion of it from the different videos that I've seen. I would have been down there filming and so forth, but I couldn't make it this time around. However, there are a few incidences I must point on. The reason why I'm pointing this out, brothers and sisters, because even if you have the professionals, so to speak, doing their thing and they're on the bikes and so forth, accidents do tend to happen right there. So this guy is jumping up on the bike, trying to balance, but apparently he never did tightrope before, so he was on the ground. He was on the ground, but he didn't make it. All right. But there's another situation, I think, that was much dire than this one right there. Apparently, several individuals have been injured due to a motorcycle rider losing control and plowing into the crowd. We actually have that video right there. Let's take a listen. Well, we have the video of the video. So this is the guy doing his thing. Whoop, whoop. Standing up again. Dong, and, you know, surprise. Brothers and sisters on the sake of YouTube, I have to do it like a picture. And then he's going towards the crowd, and then we can zoom in. Let me see if we can zoom in there. You can zoom in. Fix that for me, please. This is wonderful. All right. And then blow. All right, brothers and sisters. He end up going inside the crowd. He get flip up and everything like that. Whoop, whoop. Craziness going on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, brothers and sisters. So one of the things I would have encouraged individuals to do, sometimes when people come in and they say they're going to be doing stunts, I think there should be a trial run first. And not to say that accidents don't happen, even with the experts right there. I think they should do a trial run, because to me, that could have been avoided. From what I seen there, you know you're getting close to the gate, or maybe he misjudged it, thinking he could probably stop. But he could have, maybe he doesn't know how to break down, because I'm not seeing. Yeah, he's not breaking down right there. So, you know, pressing brakes might make you fall down, and he's probably trying to figure out what to do with the quickness of thought, and probably when he did get it, it was too late. If it's me, I turn in the bike here. I turn in the bike, brothers and sisters. The bike will fall long, but I rather turn the bike than go inside the crowd of the people. And then, whoop, the thing does go crazy, brothers and sisters. The thing went crazy, and as a result, a number of persons had to blur some of the stuff out. This person is talking about a child, so I hopefully Kawan is okay. So guys, you know, hopefully everybody is speedy recovery. Based off the article right there, several injured as a result of the motorcycle rider losing control and plowing into crowd. Hopefully everything is, you know, situations like this tend to happen. I heard somebody saying something. I don't believe that is the case, because that's not what they put on the news article right there. So guys, be careful out there. Situations like this tend to happen. One of the things that I like about Dominica's own, sorry about that guys, I just got interrupted right there, but one of the things that I like about Dominica's own is not that they just put up the fence that you've seen, because you can clearly see that there's fencing there. There's fencing all over. Well, maybe not there, but maybe, okay, probably the wrong one, brothers and sisters, but on this one, there's fencing there. You could see that there's fencing there, as you can see, fencing there. But for Dominica, they actually put up tires in front of the fencing as well. So it's not just putting up the fence, you know, the fence is, you know, come on. So maybe they should try using the tires as well. I think in certain areas they tend to have the tires, but when it comes down to doing these stunts and these kind of things, first they think they need to have a trial run of the individuals to see if that the individuals can actually do what they claim that they can be doing, because you don't know. Everybody riding bike think they're experts and stuff. So I think the trial run should be done, and they should actually use tires as well. You know, put tires, and maybe not tires in the front, put it in the back so that the people can stay a bit further back, just in case, to make it a little bit more safer right there. I remember when we were doing the drag racing and stuff, they actually had tires. They had the fence, they had the brick fences, and they had tires as well before it, so that if anything happened, you know, persons could be at least have more protection, so to speak. But this is not much protection right there. You have a machine coming at certain speeds, and you know, it just went haywire, you know. So I think maybe they can do something like this. Accidents do happen, no matter how professional you are. Certain things tend to happen. We've seen accidents and people even losing their lives as well when it comes down to NASCAR and a number of these things right there. But you want to mitigate losses right there when it comes down to circumstances. So I think that's what they probably should have done. Get more tires. Big up to the Dominican individuals for doing stuff like this and putting more tires and making it a bit more safe. So I think St. Lucia could probably do that as well. That's just my thoughts on this, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts in that regard. Obviously, these are just my thoughts, brothers and sisters, on certain circumstances. I want to hear your thoughts as well. What are your thoughts, brothers and sisters? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and of course subscribe if you've not done so yet. I don't know what you waited. What you waiting for, the rapture? Subscribe, brothers and sisters, and of course click the thumbs up button right there. So in that regard, you got to push these videos out there and also be notified. Also be notified when I post my videos as well, or publish and post them right there. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Be real. It's about Mystelics once again. I said that really fast, man. That's crazy. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Be real. Salute the king always, brothers and sisters. Be positive.